A plane belonging to Auric Air Services Limited have died after the plane crashed at Serengeti airstrip while on its way to Grumet in Serengeti district to pick up passengers. The two casualties have been identified as Nelson Mabeo and Nelson Olutu.
The bodies of the deceased have been airlifted to Dar es Salaam. The aircraft crashed and all pilots on board have died. We are waiting for the experts to arrive at the accident scene, so investigation could be carried out to determine the cause of the accident.
And a team of geologists from the Geology and Research Institute in Dodoma have arrived at Ndembezi Ward in Shinyanga district following claims that the area is located in a volcanic area after witnessing bubbling mud. Chief Geologist Gabriel Mbogoni said the area was not volcanic, but that the hot mud was caused by water that was underground.
Haya ni matukio ya kawaida.
This is a normal natural occurrence and it is not a volcanic reaction. This usually happens in areas with a lot of water, whereby you find there is a lot of water underground. So when there is compression underground, it causes pore spaces to collapse, hence the reaction.
Nimepunguza ile hofu niliyokuwa nayo.
I'm less scared now. I was fearful of what could happen to this community, but we've been informed and given preliminary report.
Nichukue fursa hii kushukuru vyombo vya habari.
I would like to take this opportunity to show our appreciation to various media outlets. They reported on this matter and informed the people on what is going on.
Nini sasa kitafanyika hapa baada ya hizo wiki mbili walizosema wao? Basi tutakuja kutoa taarifa rasmi kwenye eneo hili.
The Anti-Narcotics Authority has arrested 7 people after being found in possession of 1.5 kilograms of heroin and more than 214 kilograms of cat. Acting Commissioner General of the authority, James Kaji, said that the heroin was found in Dar es Salaam and Mwanza regions.
In Mwanza, at least 730 grams at City Mall, whereby 2 suspects were also arrested.
Naye pia ni mkazi wa Tegeta.
A day after a fire broke out at Coco Beach Hotel in Dar es Salaam, the owner has said that the damage caused by the fire is estimated to be more than 1 billion shillings, with the commander from the Kinondoni Police Zone saying a team has been formed to investigate the cause of the fire.
The contractor came and informed me that he was contracted to build in that area. I was supposed to leave so that they could begin work on Monday. I contacted various leaders and I believed that the construction would go ahead regardless of the case still being heard in court. But sadly, there was a fire which has caused a lot of financial loss. We are working hand in hand with the people and community security enforcement groups and some border groups in the areas of work, that when they see the suspect, they must bring him to the police so he can face justice.
The Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Hussein Bashirs, directed Majuta Company, the main distributor of fertilizer and pesticides in the country, to return 4.5 billion shillings to Treasury. The amount had been given to the company by the Board of Cashew Nuts without following procedures at 3 dry ports in Dar es Salaam. Deputy Minister Bashir gave the directive when he toured and inspected more than 300 containers of fertilizer and pesticides at the dry ports.
Bodi ya korosho wahakikishe bilioni 10 ya hazina inapatikana.
National Board must make sure they get the 10 billion treasury money and the 2 billion BOT deficit, and that all pesticides leave this place for the market. These are my instructions. Ministry of Agriculture's credibility in order to get support from the government depends on how we work. What I want is for the Cashew Nut Board to make sure that we get back treasury money. This is condition number 1, 10 billion. By next week, Monday, I want the cashnut board to bring me a report that the fertilizer has been released, sulfur. And if there is any exemption, then it must be processed so this fertilizer can be released. I asked the Treasury to carry out a performance audit on Bajuta operations in agricultural sector.
Kisutu Resident Magistrate Court in Dar es Salaam has dismissed charges and freed 5 people facing economic sabotage offences. The court ruled that the 5 had wrongly been implicated in a case alleging they had illegally connected an oil pipe belonging to Tanzania Ports Authority. This comes after the Director of Public Prosecution told the court that they had no intention of continuing with the case. The freed include Aldai Ismail, Chiboni Emmanuel, Roman Abdon, Amina Shaban and Zuberi Ali. The government has banned the use of mercury by gold miners due to its health effects. The directive was given by the Deputy Minister of Minerals, Stanislaus Nyongo, when addressing an Energy and Minerals Parliamentary Committee, Minerals Miners and Buyers, when he toured the gold market in Geita region.
As the government, we welcome new technologies. We've spoken to various investors about giving us technology which is easy to use. Plans are underway. There is technology from China. There are experts ready to come and teach our small-scale miners. We've been advising the government that on areas that could be extracted and the people deserves to be compensated, then compensation must be paid in good time. Who have been holding land for a very long time, of which the government intends to cancel ownership. As a region, we will look at what needs to be done after cancellation and how it could be distributed later on.
The government plans to change the specialist doctor training system before the end of the year by including the requirement of professionalism and experience instead of depending on students who go for further studies to get the qualifications in order to address the challenge of shortage of doctors. This was said in Dar es Salaam by the Deputy Minister of Health, Community Development, Gender, the Elderly and Children, Dr. Faustine Ndugulile, during an opening of an international forum for specialists on women and reproductive health.
I understand that we are faced with the critical shortage of specialists in this area of gynecology, obstetric and gynecology. And the current education system still has a lot of challenges. Not everybody is able to access the MD program, the master's program and all this stuff. We are on the same leap with the EXACO about establishment of the fellowship program in Tanzania. So the government of Tanzania has adopted that. We are currently working on a framework to establish this program, and we hope that before the end of this year, that framework will be ready, and we would want to see the fellowship program roll out in this country. We understand not everybody can go the MD route, the master's route, but we need also to appreciate the skills and the expertise of those young people who are working up country. They are doing a lot, sometimes better than even the medical specialists who are coming to do the MD.
We need educated people, we need skilled people, and we need people who are dedicated to make sure that they intervene and they help this emergency which are happening and killing our women, so that we can decrease maternal mortality. So by doing that with EXACOG, we believe that will complement the effort which has been done already by the existing institutions, learning institutions, other universities, but more importantly, to help people to have better skills and more skills, because we'll be working in the environment where we should be sending them after what they have been studying, meaning even in rural places.
That is all for national news. International news is next. And in international news, 7 pupils were killed and over 60 others injured after a classroom collapsed on them at Precious Talent School on Ngong Road in Nairobi, Kenya. The affected classrooms were in a 2-story building that caved in at around 6:50 a.m. 62 pupils were admitted at Kenyatta National Referral Hospital with mild injuries. Eight people were killed at Tenambo Oicha area, Beni district in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Residents in the area have accused government forces of involvement in attacks against citizens. Government forces have said that they are investigating to find out who is behind the attacks.
We've lost citizens, thus it was necessary for me to come console those affected. I've also come to inform them that we're investigating, and right now we cannot say who it is, but the investigator will finish today and give me the report, then we'll inform the public.
Human rights activists have joined the First Action business community movement along the coast of Kenya to oppose the government's decision to transport containers from Mombasa to Nairobi so that they can be uploaded and transported on the standard gauge railway. The demonstrators are saying that the move undermines the economy along the coast of Kenya.
Ni jipo ambalo kwamba limekuwa likijificha kwa muda mrefu. Sasa hivi kila likizidi kuiva tunaona sasa ya kuwa linaanza kuchipuka, na tunasema ya kuwa ni muhimu sana ule uchafu ulioko uweze kutolewa ili uchumi wetu uweze kuendelea.
The president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, has said that his country is ready to cooperate with the International Criminal Court to open charges against government officials implicated in violation of human rights. President Museveni's statement comes after the U.S. imposed sanctions against the former Chief Police General Kayihura, whose 12 years in office have been tarnished with allegations of violation of human rights. And that is all for international news. Do stay with us. We'll be back with business news after this break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand.
You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news. Tanzania Postal Bank, TPB, has signed an agreement with Tanzania Fishermen Association and launched a card which will enable fishermen to access loans and insurance.
Na katika eneo hili la sana kilio chenu ninyi kikubwa wavuvi wa hapa.
In this area, your biggest complaints in Igombe and the entire Lake Victoria is why there are some people who we use the lake with and they use it doubly, but your laws does not permit for you to do the same. I want to tell you this should not hinder you from being able to conduct your activities. Follow the law we have today. The government has heard your opinions and it is still in the process of conducting improvements of its laws. There are many fishermen in Tanzania, but the formalization of their activities as well as in using banking services is very low. I want to tell you that this is a good opportunity. Do not keep your money at home. This will help with the entire fisheries ecosystem and I invite all of you to do so. Fishermen fail to get loans because we've never been formalized or placed in one area and accepted. Thus, we urge all small fishery unions to join the main national one so that we can be formalized and receive loans more easily.
Stakeholders in the business sector have said that the education provided on how to use the new online license application system has enabled them to address various challenges they had previously been facing when applying for licenses.
We've traveled nationwide providing knowledge on systems and other umbrella activities, and we're still going around to different groups of Tanzanians.
Kuna watu wengine wako Mafinga wanatoa hizi elimu.
Watu wengi walikuwa na changamoto zao katika.
Many people were experiencing challenges on how to use the new ORS system and how it works. We thus asked BRELA to conduct this workshop and educate our society on how to move forward with the new system.
"74 female architect students from various universities in the country are attending an empowering training in Dar es Salaam, which aims to enable them to become more competitive and bring rapid development within the construction sector."
We as an institution have seen many challenges youth face when they complete university and are entering the market and have to employ themselves or be employed. We have seen many challenges with a person leaving university not understanding what to do or what the market requires. It helps those still in universities to build capacity, networking, and it helps them meet different people in the construction sector and foster experience in the field for women.
It's part of networking, yes. It's part of experience sharing, yes. Lakini mwisho wa siku ukimaliza uwe na message ya carry home with.
And that is all for business news. Sports news is next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lent.
And in sports, Simba Sports Club expects to start using the new grounds at Bunju for training next month after completion of construction of the changing room and pitch by 80%.
The washrooms and changing rooms are ready. I'm not dealing with the pitch. I only deal with construction. Construction has reached 80%. It's only 20% remaining. We have 6 washrooms, a changing room, and a veranda. As you can see, the constructors are proceeding.
Young African Sports Club has announced Hassan Bumbuli as their new head of communications department.
For an institution to go far, it needs to have strong people in all departments. So I believe the chairman and managing committee have made sure these 2 fellows have the qualities needed in our club and that they can perform in the standards everyone wants.
Anaweza kuifanya kwa ajili ya Young African Sports Club.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer refused to criticize his Manchester United players in public after their in-speed defeat at West Ham, insisting that the collective attitude was right and only the quality of the decision-making let them down. Here are more details.
Goals from Andriy Yarmolenko and Aaron Cresswell consigned the visitors to defeat, and the Sky TV pundit peeled on them, with Roy Keane, the former United captain, saying he was shocked and saddened by how bad they are. He added everything about United was lackluster. No quality, a lack of desire, a lack of leaders. It's a long way back for them. Solskjaer, who reported that Marcus Rashford will probably be out for a little while with a groin injury that forced him off, argued it was a game of fine margins in which West Ham took their chances and United did not.
Lewis Hamilton has warned that he expects Ferrari to have the advantage in forthcoming races after they took a 1-2 victory at the Singapore Grand Prix. Here is more on this story.
Hamilton finished 4th at Marina Bay with Sebastian Vettel winning in front of his Ferrari teammate Charles Leclerc. The British driver suffered from the wrong strategy called by his Mercedes team, but nonetheless acknowledged that Ferrari had made great steps forward in pace. Vettel won from 3rd on the grid, passing Leclerc with an undercut through the pit stops. Hamilton in 2nd place wanted to follow the undercut strategy, but Mercedes instead left him out to go long. On worn tires, it cost him time and track position, and with overtaking almost impossible at Singapore and similarly matched cars, once he had lost his place, he was unable to come back.
Mauricio Sarri has confirmed that Cristiano Ronaldo's fitness will be assessed ahead of Juventus' Serie A clash with Brescia tomorrow night.
Ronaldo is suffering from muscle fatigue after taking in the full 90 minutes of a 2-1 win over Hellas Verona at the weekend, putting his participation in doubt. Sarri is now expecting to have juggled his squad after a busy week, which saw his side play 3 times across all competitions. Ronaldo is on the 3-man shortlist for the Best FIFA Men's Player Award on Monday, alongside Lionel Messi and Virgil van Dijk. The Portuguese superstar has contributed 2 goals and 1 assist in 5 appearances for Juve at the start of the new season, with a trip to Stadio Mario Rigomonti marking his next potential opportunity to shine.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. On behalf of everyone who worked to bring you this bulletin, my name is Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching and have a good night.
has it been going at this year's festival? Well, the turnout, Vanessa, is amazing as it is. Thomas, hello.
Nice to be there with you.
What is the purpose of this meeting and who will be in attendance?
Talking about how African countries can stop relying to a large extent on...
We are definitely seeing a lot of deeply political films, either directly treating a political issue or with a political subtext. Don't miss the live special report between Capital Television and Doswell Television at 9:30 p.m.
In Sports Gazette this week,